I didn't really have a great week as far as emotional, I think.
So.
That wasn't even funny.
No, it wasn't funny. Do it again.
We should try it again.
All right. It's the end of week 3. So, yeah, just this is our weekly updates. We'll talk a little bit about the week. For me, I'll go first. I know I make you go first. I'll go first. So my week was pretty good. As far as the mind, body, spirit aspect of things. For mind, I'm actually almost finished with another book, which was good, which I will, it's actually in my topics on a hat, from a hat that we'll pull a little bit later here. So we got the hat, the wonderful Under Armour baseball hat here.
He's like, do we have a nice hat somewhere? I'm like, you're the only person in this house who wears hats, okay?
So, it's a really good book on germ theory. Love it. So I'm almost done with that.
Yeah, there's some carnivore people talking about that, so it's kind of exciting.
It is, and it's a very topical thing right now, especially with everything that's happened over the last 3 years. And
nice.
But yeah, it's a really good book, and we'll talk about it later. But so that's on the mind side of things. Also have been writing. Didn't get a lot of volume done, as much volume in writing as I wanted to, but I did get a lot of things worked out that I was having trouble putting together. So you helped me with that a little bit.
I did.
Yeah.
I was excited too. I think it's funny because you're such a good writer, but I'm more of an idea person.
Yeah.
You're always like,
well, we kind of
what do you think about this?
those idea things, like it's back and forth. But
I think you're a much better writer than me.
I don't know about that.
That's just my opinion.
You're great.
It's an agreement I've made with myself.
Oh, okay. So as far as body goes, diet went good. I did try a little bit of fruit this week. The more carnivore and animal based diet people that I listen to, the more fruit seems to come up. And so I wanted to try it a little bit, especially eating fruit with cooked meat.
Yes.
It's apparently something that you're supposed to do. So
I take it this way. When you were like, oh, I bought these grapes. They were humongous. They were like really
so good.
big grapes because the kids like grapes. And I'm kind of one of those, like with him, I'm like, if you want it, have it. I don't really care. I'm more of a like, is it making me like freak out that it's there?
Right.
And that doesn't happen to me very much anymore, so that's really good. Unless I'm super stressed, and then I would like some bread, please. Like, want some toast, French toast, whatever, you know.
Can I ask just one question?
Of course.
Would anyone like any toast?
Didn't you hear what I just said?
Bread.
Pain.
Yeah.
Bread is pain.
What is pain? Oh yeah, French bread. That's the word for bread in French is le pain. Anyway, the point is, what was my point? I don't know. Oh, that you should, if you want to, go ahead. There was nothing in the original diet idea that said that you couldn't have fruit.
Yeah, so. I think I said in the intro that I wasn't going to, so I sounded like Foghorn Leghorn there. I say.
I say.
I think I said in the original that I wasn't going to have fruit, but again, as we go along, we talked about this in the first round of things. You make changes and iterations as you go, try things out, see how they work.
We really do that.
Yeah, we'll see how they work, and if it's something that I notice that's either giving me issues or stalling in the weight loss category, then I'll cut it out again. And we're not doing this for a fad. We're doing this for the long haul. And
yes,
my goal at the end of whatever, I don't know, is to find the best diet that we can, and for us. And
right, and I think that's something we'll explore later on. Like, what is the optimal human diet for you? Like, not for me. Like,
have you read the Scenes from a Hat?
No.
Or Topics from a Hat?
No, Scenes from a Hat. That's from a TV show.
It's got a game called Scenes from a Hat. It's for all 4 of you. What we're going to do is, for the show, we ask the audience to write down suggestions, and we take the good ones and put them in a hat. Inappropriate topics of conversation when meeting the Queen of England.
I lick your stamps all the time.
But and then I guess
Whose line is it anyway?
Whose line is it anyways? That's right. Then the last thing is for weightlifting. Went really well on squats this week. I'm up to I think 240 now, something like that, 240 pounds.
I watched you. That was impressive.
Yeah, so that's getting there. It's I finally was able to put 2 big plates on, which always makes you feel good. And then for overhead press, still is I failed this week, but I love overhead press is the worst. But I failed at 120 again for the second time. So I got to 120, which is a good benchmark for me. I failed again the second time. I'll have one more try at it. And then I'll deload and work my way back up. But I think that this is why I love weightlifting, is because it's very allegory to life, is that you're going to have successes, you're going to have failures. But failures are only bad if you A, don't learn anything from it, or B, don't, stop. If you stop because you failed. Unless it's something obviously that is not worth pursuing. But if you fail, sometimes you have to try again. And if you fail again, then you have to kind of work your way back, fix what was wrong, and then work your way back up so that you don't fail again. And that's kind of what weightlifting is when you fail 3 times in a row, you take 20% of the weight off and you work your way back up to that weight again and try to break through it. So
cool.
I just love weightlifting for that. But yeah, everything else went good. Barbell rows are all good. The bench press is all good.
It's all good.
Just keep pushing towards that. My goal is, my goal.
Yeah.
I have to talk about goals.
You've got a new goal.
I had, I was looking at my weightlifting app. Every time that you lift will tell you how many pounds that you lifted at the end of that. And so, for example, on a day I do deadlifting, I do a little bit less exercises on that day. I lift about 9,000 pounds. On the days that I do rows, it'll go up to 12,000 pounds because I do.
Oh, wow.
So I figured out kind of if I was at the weight I was at currently, how many pounds would that be in a year? And that's 1.5 million. So I'm going to set a goal for 2 million pounds by the end of 2023. So
nice.
I will report on that. I'll have to get some spreadsheets going to track that to make sure that I'm up to.
Likes a spreadsheet.
I do like a spreadsheet, but I'll get something going so I can track that. But 2 million pounds is my goal by the end of the year.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I think it's an important thing to remember that the 75 hard challenge is supposed to be, it's a mental challenge. It's all because everything is up
mind,
here,
body, spirit
in your head. So so for me, I didn't really have a great week as far as emotional. I think stressed and. I always sleep pretty well, unless you're not home, which is that's the thing. But I don't feel like I got a lot of restful sleep, and that scale has not budged at all. And I'm thinking about just kind of. I was in a better place with it, like going and stepping on the scale every morning, but now I'm like, it's not working out for me anymore. Like Dr. Phil says, it's not working out. So, but diet-wise, it's fine. Again, I hate saying that because it makes it sound like this is really easy or something. But if it's the diet that you're choosing, I think you got to pick something that you will stick to.
Right.
It's basically no sugar at all for me. That's easy for me, just because I know what sugar does to me. So
right.
I know it's not easy for everybody, but and weightlifting is awesome. Although I hurt my wrist. So when we had the party, I picked up a big box of sparkling water that was in glass bottles, and it was heavy, and I picked it up with this hand, and then the dog yanked she's on the floor right now acting all innocent, yanked my wrist out of its socket or whatever, and so it hurt for a couple of days. So I was only able to do it twice, but again, we've talked about this before in previous videos. Not like I'm not gonna kill myself with the lifting. I'm not gonna hurt myself further.
No.
And walking is obviously I could walk with my wrist being hurt, so that wasn't a big deal. And then meditation is like this really, we're really really using it as a sleep meditation, and we both were like, we need to, the bedroom's finally done. We really need to just roll those yoga mats out and do our own sort of separate meditation. So
make it more mindful meditation.
We should do that.
Yeah.
But it was a stressful, bad week, and if I hadn't been doing the challenge, I definitely think I would not have been reading. I would not have.
Right.
Probably would have still stuck with the diet, but maybe not. I don't know. There was a couple days I didn't feel like walking at all, but thankfully I have my friend for that.
Well, and there's a couple topics you hit on, and I think what I'll try to do is put some links to our previous videos on some of these topics, because we did talk about working through pain, and obviously you have to know your body on that, and if it's going to hurt yourself further, then obviously, you don't want to. But you don't want to push that through. Like,
no.
If you strain your back or your whatever, your knees, your wrists, don't push it. I mean, do something light.
But I can still walk. Was my point. I mean, I guess maybe the week was. I got down on myself because of that. Like, oh, you can't lift now, and the whole thing starts spiraling down, and you start speaking negatively to yourself, and that's not a good place.
Not being impeccable with your word.
I am not. So, or I wasn't. But, I talk to you and then I feel better. So I think that was it. And we're going to pick our topic.
Yeah, so we are going to be, actually by the time this video comes out, we'll have released the first topic that we picked.
Yes.
Which was the 4 agreements book review, or book summary. I guess it's not really a review.
It's
a book summary. But from now on, we're going to actually pick topics from a hat. So this video that we'll do, we'll pick the topic, we'll go research it, and some of it's we already had research, but we'll research it, come back, we'll do around 30-minute video, and I'll let you pick.
I get to do it.
Yeah, you get to pick. So,
okay.
All right. So they're going to mix them up. Good.
I won't look.
I'm going to hold it up here.
Oh, okay. I want one from the bottom.
The first of the topics from a hat will be
the importance of sleep.
Oh, look at that. And you just talked about that. Okay, so we will do a video on, so here we can show everybody.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So, yes, it's I don't know if you'll be able to see that. The importance of sleep. So, we'll get that done and get that out.
Okay.
So,
sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, I think that's it.
I think we're good.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.